A story which is very much out there in the press is that these are crucial European elections. This is the first time the European elections are actually about European issues. They're about Brexit, they're about the future of the European Union, they're about the centre-right and the centre-left becoming smaller and the populist left and the populist right increasing. A lot of this, I think, is a little bit exaggerated. First of all, we're probably still going to see the same coalition between the centre-right, the centre-left, and the Liberals dominate decision-making in the European Parliament. I think the extremes, the extreme right and the extreme left, will still be divided. Secondly, the rise of the extreme right is often somewhat exaggerated because the extreme right does, after all, consist of four very, very different groups. There's Kaczynski's group, there's Salvini's group, then there's Orban, who we don't really know if centre-right or far-right, and in addition, of course, there's the Brexit Party. So the unity of the far-right, I think, is also somewhat exaggerated. Why should you go and vote? Two reasons. The first is European Parliament elections usually have relatively low turnout. Every vote counts, certainly in these elections. And the second is there are some pretty big issues to be sorted out this year. And these issues are who is going to run the European Union, the leadership of the Commission, the leadership of the Council, the leadership of the Parliament, and the leadership of the European Central Bank are all up for grabs. A second big issue is what the European Union is going to do with the budget after Britain leaves, which is going to leave a big hole in the budget. How are we going to deal with this? And that relates to the third big issue that will confront the new Parliament, which is how to deal with countries that dismantle the rule of law and backslide on democracy. That may well be linked to the budget issue. So big important issues to be settled. The composition of the European Parliament will affect this, even though ultimately it will probably be down to compromises between the member state governments.